Hello everyone, and welcome to the Saturday Geeks console review with me, John Parker, and
Me, Jack Howling, and today we are reviewing the Novelli Noir no what?
Nautilus.
Nautilus.
Yes.
Nautilus. Nautilus. That's another name.
Now,
I believe it's a
just
Norse. Is it a Norse or is it? No, it's not Norse. Nautilus. Yeah, I know what it is. It's to do with like Atlantis and like that kind of thing. You know, the old like the ancient city of
I wouldn't
Atlantis.
know. I've never watched those or seen or read about those types of things. So this console is a Novelli Noir console, as we've done. The last console review that we did was also a Novelli Noir. So we were kindly given this console to review. So let's
Yep.
get started.
Okay.
Straight
So.
onto the exterior.
Yep.
If I go ahead and materialize it,
Mhm.
should see it coming in now. There's not much to review about the exterior because the system is extremely similar to the last one. But what we can show you is the design. And straight away you might think, oh dear, it's a fish. And that's the whole point of this console. Well, that was a bit of a laggy resin. But there you go, guys. This is the Nautilus Console's exterior. And it does look very much like a metallic fish. Because the theme of this console is underwater, like a submarine.
Blowfish.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. Yes, definitely a blowfish type.
Blowfish.
Um, so yeah, very simple. The door is not mesh. It's actually a prim exterior. Oh, can you hear that?
Submarine sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is the console. Well, it's not actually the console. Is it the console sound? I think it is actually. But anyway, that is the sound that you get on the exterior when you open the doors. You'll notice that inside there is the telephone. Now we didn't cover the telephone system
So let's cover
last
that now.
time.
Actually, yeah. It'd be good to cover that now.
Covering the telephone system is a little bit tricky because we haven't got another one to test it with. But we
But we
can
can
do a
explain.
line test.
Yeah.
We can do a line test. So as you can see, I've just turned the phone on. It's just going ahead and specifying that it is now registering database. There you go. It's done. So if we click on telephone and click on line test, you see it's doing a line test. And we can now send messages by simply typing on local chat, or we can report a fault or hang up. If I report a fault, it goes to the creator as an IM. If I click hang up, it ends the call. And of course, what would happen is you'd call someone else's exterior or console, type a message on local chat, and you can talk to them effectively.
That is a pretty neat design.
Now, I haven't set up the console completely, so I'm going to go ahead, drop down there, and set up my home location so that this exterior can teleport me there. So I'm just going to take this exterior off, teleport down there. Set my home.
And one thing is to note is that if anything does appear kind of out of place or taking too long to either res or initiate, the actual cause might be the region that we are currently in at the moment.
Yes.
Just a little side note there. Just a little side note. Actually, an important side note, to be honest. An important side note.
Okay, just re-res the exterior.
Not particularly keen on the light.
Well, that's the Novelli Noir light. That's just using a particle effect. So.
I mean, what I would have gone for, obviously, it being more or less like submarine metallic in nature, I would have probably made the windows glow, like the lantern.
Yes.
I'd have probably made them actually behave like the lantern.
Oh, good idea. That's a very good idea, actually. I didn't realise that you could... Yeah, good idea. So, as you can see, I need to be inside the console if you click the map, Jack.
Oh, yep. Okay, just teleport, yep.
Okay, and we are in here. So now I just got to power this thing up, which is the power lever over here. And there we go. It's going to send the dematerialization command if it picks it up. Yeah, it has done. Right. So this, guys, is the Nautilus Console. As you can see, it is very much underwater-like. which is effectively what the theme of this console is. You're meant to be inside some sort of submarine TARDIS, which is actually a really unique idea. But, well, I say unique. Has there been another console from NLS or HOO that represents an underwater theme?
Yes.
Well, there has.
I believe either one or the other, or probably both, actually. I remember both. Yeah, I'm pretty sure both of them, actually. Yeah, both of them have actually designed a sort of like an underwater Atlantis, style, like Poseidon stuff, like that kind of thing. I think has been made. Although this kind of looks more like, well, not piratey, but like an actual, like an old sea vessel.
Well, as you can see on my screen, guys, we've now got the panel pictures, so I will use these to help guide us through. So the power on switch was over here. This is the power panel. Jack, if I show you my screen so that you can see what I'm looking at.
Yep.
I've got the power panel here. We've got the power lever, which is this, which, as you can see.
Yep.
There you go. Nice sound effects coming from the console there. And as you can see, the power lever's got this lovely Systems Online texture here that rolls in when you pull the lever down.
Yep.
Very classic looking. Then you've got the plasma display and the plasma controls.
Okay.
Plasma controls are this slider is the color selector, so you can change the color of the plasma using the selector. And if I turn this, whatever color you've chosen will pour out at the bottom.
Wow.
This is an RP feature that is used for RP damaged by fire, which we will show you later. So actually changing it to purple there, and changing it to green.
That is pretty awesome, I like that.
And of course you can cycle between them like that. And that's pretty much what the power panel contains. The next one to the right of it, if I can remember what it is, it should be the RP and status panel, I think. Am I right? Oh, second life loading times. There we go. So this is, it's got the status display in the middle, which basically says system optimal. Then you've got the security lever here, which contains the basic security features you get. Then you've got the vortex door lever, which is, there you go, the door.
Okay.
We're not currently in flight, so we just get that. So if I pull that down, it should close the doors. There we go. Then you've got the RP sliders. This is where we do certain effects depending on RP. I think I might leave that till last because it is an extra. It's an extra thing.
Okay.
And 5 is the door button for, it says outer door on it, so if I click that, I don't know whether you heard that, but there you go, there's an outer door here that's opened.
Okay.
If I click that again, there we go. Then you've got the hatch button, which opens up a hatch at the top here.
Okay.
And then there's a security off button there, which of course tells you the security information. Okay. The next panel. This is the console map, is it? Oh no, it's not. It is sensory. There we go. Sensory data panel. So this is your basic sensors from Novelli Noir. We did cover this in the last one, so it won't be a complete and utter review. But basically, there's your sensor, which loads up the web page depending on what you've chosen on the controls.
Yep.
The data select button here, which is what you can choose. If you choose one like Paradox, you get a. You can see who's on the Paradox Island land.
We had that in the last one, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yep.
As for these controls, you've got the input levers, which you can click. This one will take you to skymap.org. This one takes you to a planetarium, so you can see the different stars.
Okay.
This one takes you to Google Maps, should you need to, select the location of the console. And then this one gives you a choice to select a region, again allowing you to see who's on the avatar list on the region. Did I choose the blue one?
Yes, you did. You've gone through all of them.
Oh, it's okay. What's this one do? This is the sensor lever, so if I click that. Nothing happens. Apparently it does nothing. I must be missing something. Oh no, it's not. It's loading. There you go. It's loading the map.
Okay.
Okay. So this next panel is the... I think this is the navigation panel, is it?
Is it?
Yes, I think it is. Yep.
Ah.
So this is where the navigation key goes. So we might as well plonk that down before we forget. So navigation key there. Drag it onto the ground. It should slot itself into place. Notice that it changes into the Nautilus navigation key when the sculpture loads. There you go.
Ah.
Sextant. And these two controls here, these two levers, they just change the rotation of the key.
Oh, that's pretty basic then. That's quite nice. That effect.
And when you click that, you can, of course, do all your landing options here. And you can reset the key by this button. The next one, oops, sorry Jack, is the flight controls, which is the flight panel. So the takeoff lever, click that, and as you can see the console now starts to finally take off.
I like
There's
that.
the monitor there. I love that.
That's
that
the
tunnel
Atlantis.
effect.
That's the Atlantis vortex. That is. Well, the
Yes.
Stargate one.
Yes. Then you've got the landing lever, and then you've got the manual flight.
It's quite nice
Now-
actually. That is.
If we just quickly come back to the navigation panel, I click this, choose an end database, and choose a location. I don't know.
Any random location.
Yeah, TARDIS ride. It will then say 5 minutes, and then I can just press the land option here, and there we go. We start to land, and if we were to go outside the doors, as you saw in the last video, it would just res the console, the exterior around you. Very basic, and of course you can then jump between, which you can see in the last video, guys. So I can take it back off. As for the manual landing, once it's took off, the doorway, I think it's the one in front of us. If I click it, oh no, it's the one behind us. There we go. You can see this comes down. Now I think this is really cool. Think of this as your sailor. Oh, my camera. There we go. As you can see, we are shaking. The console is tilting to show that I'm basically literally driving the console as if it was a submarine. So if I enter our region in 23, 26, 25, give the details, type the facing, we will then land at that location, and that is how you manual land in this console. And I think that's pretty cool, don't you think, Jack? And you can literally drive the console.
I do like the interactivity you can actually use on this. That is good.
I'm quite happy about this. So if I go ahead and take off now, we should. There we go. And then if I pull that lever again, we should see. There you go. That recoils and then closes up. Does that recoil into the back? No. No, it doesn't. It's alright.
I have no idea.
Okay, the next panel is the comms panel, I think. Am I wrong? No, it should be right. Once it's loaded. Yes. Okay, the first button is the options. So if I click that, you get some options. Tilt off, tilt on, shield off, shield on, sound on, lights off, lights on rather, lights off, sound off, and lights auto. Putting lights on will force the lights to be on, which we should see come to light. There we go. So as you saw, guys, those options, apart from the fact that tilt off has a comma there, which I did speak to the creator, that is a mistake, which can be, will be fixed.
Yeah, that's no problem.
But if I click tilt on, I think it might start tilting.
What might start tilting?
No, it's not. It's alright. The console, you know the tilting thing that we had from the manual landing? That is, I think, is what's meant to happen. But that is a bug with this dialogue. These were, however, the shield on. There you go. I don't know if you saw my avatar there, but we just removed. Oh.
It's the same as the other one.
So as you can see, guys, this is a shield. I don't know if you can see it. There you go. I'm going through now. I wonder why I couldn't go through.
Personally, I would have made that a cylinder rather than
Is it just in? Oh,
No, it's
the mesh hasn't loaded yet for me, which explains why I can't see
it's
anything.
more of a hexagon shape than a cylinder.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Don't know why that's not loading for me. Sometimes I have some weird mesh faults.
But as you will see on my
There
screen.
we go. There we go.
So yeah, as you can
Yes,
see,
you
they're
would've
even
made
better
that
as a
simpler.
cylinder.
Mm,
Oh well.
makes more sense. Doesn't matter, of course. I'm going to turn that off now if I can find the control. There we go. So if I go shield off, there we are. The other options like light auto, I do believe the creator said light auto makes it so that depending on the sun position, it controls whether the light should be on or off. Of course, the sun's bright at the moment, so it tries to force it to be off. The next lever is the telephone, which effectively works the exact same way the one on the exterior works. That's just a roll of code. Details. Oh, I don't know whether you noticed, guys, but if you turn the lights on, these lights are going up and down, which match the rotor. I don't know whether you see that. There you go. And then we're back to the plasma panel now, which means we've got one more thing to cover, guys, and that is, well, one main control thing to cover, and that is the RP functions. The first one is the power RP slider. Now, this basically means that if you haven't got a power device, I can't remember what it was called now, but you can get it from the Novelli Noir shops. You get one of them, they're free. You can reactivate the console once the power has been shut down, which is what this will do. I'm going to click cancel because we don't want this console to shut down because we haven't got a device. But the other two I can show you. The first one is the navigation RP slider. If I click 30 seconds, which is the quickest one, we get an option for destruction mode. I'm not going to do it because we don't want this thing to blow up. But now that that's on...
actually, hang on, before we go into there, what actually happens when it blows up? Do each the...
I think it just literally just drops things and like just smoke effects and whatnot.
When you say drop things, you mean like the whole lot just goes unlinked?
No, it drops certain objects, I think. Can't remember what she said exactly.
That would have been quite cool, actually, if they could do that, but never mind.
Here we go, guys. This is basically what it looks like when your navigation system has gone. Oh, there we go. And we start to tilt. And this guy, I forgot what she called him now, but this is basically a monster under the water, coming through the console.
Mouse look is really good.
And I've kind of forgotten how to stop it.
Oh, great.
Unless I click it. No, I can't. Oh, that was it. I remember. We have to do a very simple manual land. So that is what we shall do. Go on there. Go. 3, 1, 2, 6, 5. North. And 3, 2, 1. And stability is restored. That's a cool RP feature. I quite like that. You have to land it for it to stop. So once I find the takeoff button again, that the right one? Nope. Sorry, wrong panel. There we go. Right, back to that panel again. And there's only one more, and that's the fire one, which is where we get to do the plasma thing. So if I choose that, after 30 seconds, this thing will start effectively blowing up in fire. And the only way to fix it is we have to release the plasma, which we showed earlier. It will tell us in local chat how to fix it, which ones to choose. I think it's random, but if it's not random, you'll see. So once it is... I'll just move my camera over to the plasma side. Here we go. So it starts sparking
I like
red.
that.
And there we go. Tilting again, and now we're on fire. So as you can see, there's plasma issues. It says green plasma needs to be vented. So we switch it over to green. Here we go, on green. And we vent. So out goes the green. It now says red plasma. So we turn the plasma off. Oh, if I can click it. Oh, click. So we switch it over to red. Do that.
And
then violet. And there we go, that sound means we've successfully done it. And that is
Oh.
basically it. Now, the rest of the console purely is decorative. You notice there's a ladder here. If we click at the bottom, there's a little seat icon, and we will slowly start to walk up the ladder. Now, it should technically be faster, but this sim is a tiny bit laggy. So as you can see, we've got the second level. You can put whatever you like here, whatever it be, Novelli Noir products or otherwise. If we click at the bottom here, it says please wait. I think it might be bugging out here. But I'll reset those scripts. There we go. Oops, apparently I'm sitting on there. Oopsie daisy.
Well done.
Yep, I forgot that that's what happens. Once it's picked up, that I... Oh, delete. Right. So guys, if I click that, I should start walking up again to the next floor. Whoops, the daisy, I'm going to fall through there.
And then take it on the next one, you need to open up this little latch thing by using the
which I
wheel.
can just click the wheel, click at the bottom, walk up it. And now we're on the top. Now, the creator said you can have the add-on pod, which does come with, I think, the box that you get when you purchase this product. So if I go ahead and res that around about the centre, it's basically an upside-down version of the console, but without the console in it. And apparently I can't create it because this region is full. So,
Okay,
so I can't
never
demonstrate it.
mind.
But basically, just imagine this console upside down with an observatory area or some sort of like a diving board, but it's not a diving board. It's just like an area where you can stand up on the very top of it, upside down without the console in it. I'd love to be able to show you guys, but I don't think. No, this region's not going to allow it. So I will just travel back down. You can just fall straight through. I just clicked it by accident. Silly me. So if we go down to the bottom here, and then I can just literally just fall through the bottom. There we go. And we can't go through there. We have to go through the hatch.
Okay, fair enough.
And here we go. And that's pretty much, guys, it.
If at all there is anything that we haven't covered, then, well, of course, that is then going to be up to you guys to get it if you wish. Because, of course, this is mainly based upon user experience. So it's all well and good just telling you this, but obviously it's your choice whether or not you want to go and experience it for yourself. Now, obviously while you was going through all that, there was a lot that I did pick up on this, and there's one big point I do like to make, or would like to make, is that I do like how the creator, Bibba, has actually rearranged some of the controls, and not only that, but modified them to act differently according to the theme of the console.
Yes.
We never ever normally see that in most consoles, mainly with H1 NS. NLS, yes, I mean, like for the battle damaged console from NLS, they did put a lot of extra features in there for that, but it's never really been a big thing when it comes to NLS and HOL. The controls have mainly been very generic. The only difference between each console is that the controls are in different parts and that they look different. The actual physical controls look different. But other than that, texture work I do like. It's kind of hard to say, to be honest. I mean, the bookshelf looks out of place. That's what I will say. I mean, because with the rest of the console, that could have been a 3D block. I think it wouldn't have really taken much, I suppose. In reality, perhaps like a backdrop of like a flat image and perhaps a few 3D books.
Painting maybe, but I think the reason she did bookcases because of this feature, which I didn't show people. There's a little hidden book here, guys. If you click it, it literally opens the door for you using the book, which is there.
Okay.
If you click it again, of course, it will close the bookcase again. So you can do it that way, but it's preferred, I think, to do it via the control. But you can do it that way. So.
I mean, design-wise, I like the theme. I like where the theme's going. The theme's good. It does remind me of the old Wix. Wix? Wits?
Wits.
I keep saying Wits. Wix. Oh, ugh. It does kind of remind me of that, in a way. There's not really a lot I can say about the design, to be honest. I mean, it's just that the bookshelf could have been 3D.
What I will say is that these, I want to call them roundels, not really roundels. Well, they are, aren't they? Well, yeah. Their texture is very not. It's not anti-alias.
No, you can see that there's
You
half
can see its ridges, which I noticed from far distance. You can see it from far distance. In fact, if I take off, I think you can see it much better, much clearer. Where's the button for it? Not used to it. There we go. I think. Yeah, there we go. So you should be able to see, guys, from a distance. You can see little ridges.
Yeah.
Around the edges there. But what have I got? Can I see that? No.
Well, you can't. That's not the texture.
There we go. Found it. There you go.
Mm.
But that's a small minor thing. The design is pretty good. It's all mesh.
I mean,
no, sorry, it's part mesh, and there's a reason for that. These little prims. Apparently, there is a physics issue in Second Life where, and due to the tilting effect of the console, when the mesh moves, you get shoved out the console. If all this was mesh.
all right.
So to counteract that, these prims are here to effectively allow those parts that are normally in to be set to none, no physics, and then the prims go ahead and they keep you basically standing there. And so basically they act as collision prims, so we don't walk through the parts that are none.
In that case, that's quite good. That's what she's done there.
Because remember, the tilting effect has to be there to give the call RP effect, and therefore, if the Second Life wants to be a bit, touchy here and there, she's gone ahead and fixed it with the extra prims. So that's pretty much it, guys. There isn't much else. As Jack said, if you want to check it out yourself, you can. You can go get it and check it out yourself. But that's it. Thank you very much for watching.
Well, we'll just add the roundels, right? Because I know the big issue with this is that mainly prim count and mesh count, and it being too much means that it's not good to use. The roundels could have actually been literally a hole, and it could have added some. Now that the gold bit around it, that could have been shown as like a going inwards, if you get what I mean, just to create depth. So that could have been done. But other than that, it's perfectly
just to let you
fine.
know, guys, by the way, this console is only 97 land impact.
Altogether?
Yeah.
That is pretty good.
Without the add-on room.
But the main thing about this console is functionality. And that's what really intrigues me. The fact that there's a lot you can do, and that roleplay is brilliant.
That monster coming through the floor there, where the water was.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That was using basic prim flexes, I think. Sculpty, possibly. But you'll notice as well, guys, there's smoke, steam coming out the top as well. That's pretty cool. And one more thing, Jack. These little lights and the rotor, I believe, is based off of valves. The old valves used to see in radios.
Alright.
Before they had transistors.
Okay.
That's what those are based off. So it is a nice, classic, old, a bit steampunky,
Yes.
And I do like where the navigation key changes shape depending on what console you res it on. Which, by the way, guys, it does do that. If you're in another console, you could use the same navigation key and it will change shape to work with that particular console. This being, I think it's called a sextant. It floats above the navigation area. Okay.
So, verdict?
Exterior, because it's prim, not mesh, and quality-wise, it could have some improvements. I'll give it a 7.5.
Okay.
For the console, however, I will give the console an 8.5, a high 8.5.
Okay. For me, I'll give the exterior a 6. I'll give it a 6. It's not a bad 6, to be perfectly honest. It's a fairly basic design, and well, that's mainly it, to be honest. But other than that, the main important bit is the console itself. Because obviously, do bear in mind that when you actually get any console from any system, you can use whatever exterior you want, can't you? So you could use the Novelli police box that we saw in the last one, so it really doesn't really count. But mainly for the interior, I'm going to give an 8.5. Mainly because functionality is fantastic. I love how from the Hartnell to this, the creator has decided what needs to be where, how it's going to work, and how it's going to fit the theme of the design. Design could work with some improvements, so therefore for me, I'll stick with that verdict.
Yeah, could do a little bit more meshing going on there. But one quick thing, guys, I've just noticed that this screen is flying about the place, like it's like you're flying through the air.
Yeah, I noticed that as well.
Doesn't kind of match with the fact that you're in a time vortex, but yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me. Yeah. So, folks, that's the end of our review. I hope you enjoyed, and we will see you again in our next video. Thanks for watching.
Thank you very much, guys. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
That is all we have for today, folks.
Join us again next week on another Sci-Fi Geeks video to find out what adventure we embark on next.
Thank you for watching. Feel free to like and comment on the video below. Remember to subscribe so you can keep up to date with our latest videos.
Till next time.
Take care, stay safe, and remember,
Let your geeky
geeky
side out.
side out.
Toodle pip.
Toodle pip.